All right, Aries, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast for January 11th through the 17th. My name is Athen, and this is for Sidereal Astrology. If you are new to this type of astrology, be sure to check the description down below because the signs are different. All right, Aries, so this week, much more supportive than last week. We have quite a few easy aspects, as you can see here in the transit graph. Only one challenging aspect in this sense. Of course, our personal charts are the most important thing, but here with the collective energies, definitely the sway towards the supportive and easier aspects. I mean, so just a lot of trines in the air. Usually with easy aspects, sometimes they're just gateways and openings, but here there's just a lot of support. So it's in the early phase of this lunar cycle from this last new moon we had in your 9th house. So it's a great time to move forward with any type of new life path insights that you have, anything involving expanding your horizons, whether it's philosophical, spiritual, maybe for some of you, travel, things like this with this focus here. So moving forward with that, but being adaptive in the process because Mercury is retrograde in that 9th house. And so a lot of these things regarding your life path and your outlook are shifting and changing. And so it's good to be malleable in the process. So with those new beginnings in the air, starting here on Tuesday and Wednesday, we have Venus trining up to Uranus. So here it could be quite freeing with relationships. In fact, could be quite exciting, maybe with an existing relationship, maybe relationships at work or something like that with Venus close to Saturn. But whatever it is, could be quite freeing and exciting, especially with the more easier going energies of Uranus and Pisces. And they're deep. You know, your relationships are quite deep at the moment, or at least you can certainly enjoy them on that deeper level with Venus in that 8th house. And if you did feel like last week, maybe it was more on the serious note in regards to your values and relationships and even finances for that matter, it does sort of ease up here with Venus getting off of that Saturn conjunction. So then here on Wednesday and Thursday, a lot of aspects. One in particular, the Sun trining up to Jupiter and the North Node. Very supportive here, especially with the life path. So there's a lot of focus this week. And I think there's a lot of new insights and new revelations, perhaps, that are coming through and inspirations. And here specifically for you to, of course, expand your horizons, but here also to express yourself. You know, you've had Jupiter in your 5th house for about the last 6 months or so. So there's a lot you're learning, a lot that is perhaps coming in terms of opportunities to follow your interests, to follow that creative passion, those things in your life that are that give you that prana, that energy. So it's all sort of in flux still, though. Jupiter's still gaining his momentum retrograde. He's still retrograde in that 5th. So it's good to rework a lot of that stuff, but put energy into it nonetheless. I mean, it's a fantastic week for anything creative, anything involving that self-expression, and just generally your interests in life. And this could be a lot of finishing up too, maybe some of the things that you've been working on with your self-improvement or with your work, now that the North Node is shifting from your 6th into your 5th house this early part of the year. So very nice trine there. And also in regards to that Venus squaring up to Chiron. So here with this one, there could be some healing with relationships this middle part of the week. So I think just being open to that can be very supportive. And this could be specifically involving maybe relationships with the groups or organizations that you're a part of, or how you can give and share and contribute through your relationships. And being open to that can be quite healing as a result of this. Now, as we get closer to Thursday, we do have, Mercury retrograde going over the Sun. So here there's this sort of understanding, usually there's passion coming through with all these new insights that are sort of shifting and taking place. And here it can be perhaps that you're feeling quite passionate about your ideas or quite strong about your self-expression. So it is good, of course, because Mercury is sort of engulfed in the Sun. I mean, it's in front of the Sun, which is nice, but still, this conjunction can be very passionate. With Mercury retrograde, it's just good to bring that extra attention to the communications and to your passions. But in check and with awareness, this can be a very good time. In fact, it could be a time of insight, like I was saying, specifically involving that life path, which is, of course, changing for you in this new moon cycle. So along with that, Mercury is going to be trining up to that North Node and Jupiter here this Thursday time period also. So there, again, specifically with this, maybe some passionate ideas, maybe revamping your purpose, Maybe there's some new insights coming in about self-expression and how that can be integrated into the big picture, etc. So that's the work week, and then the weekend pretty much tops off with a very nice aspect. Mars trining up to Neptune, which is usually quite easygoing, and it's your ruler, so you could be feeling quite easygoing and compassionate this later part of the week. There's been a lot of motivation, I think, for you to connect with your work or take care of things on the daily activities. So that could be flowing quite nicely, but all in all, you guys should just be feeling quite, easy about things and finding that flow, which could be quite rejuvenating and quite nice. And that's going to be going into next week. Now, along with that energy into next week, I do just want to bring your attention to Venus squaring up to Jupiter and the North Node. So here there's this bridging of the gap between your relationships and that life path energy, which is unfolding. So I think that extra attention, that extra energy to see how your relationships and how your values can be integrated and brought into harmony with these new shifts and changes that are taking place this week. All right, Aries, so have a great week. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys all next time.